Glass, gypsum building materials, ceramics. They're everywhere in the construction and industrial world, whether that be in buildings, transportation, or infrastructure. Specializing in providing all of them, France-based Saint-Gobain has been doing businesses in China for 37 years. The company has been diversifying its business nationwide, building plants not just in eastern and coastal cities like Shanghai, but also the country's western and northern regions.
For instance, recently we opened a business in Chengdu or in Chongqing, and we see that they also want to attract a lot of foreign investment, and they are growing very fast. Chongqing, Chengdu, they are huge cities, and we have developed two new business. For us, it's very important to keep being strong in big cities, tier one like Shanghai, like Shenzhen, to have a hands on the latest innovation. On the other hand, it's important to go in western and northern part regions, because some of them are more competitive in terms of cost, labor cost and all the costs.
The company also has high expectations for business prospects in northern regions. Just last week, it signed an agreement with a steel manufacturer in Shandong province to work out solutions to reuse industrial waste materials, at the same time helping advance China's carbon neutrality goals.
And we know that in China there are a massive steel industry, and steel industry, they generate a lot of byproducts, but it's a waste which is clean and that we want to reuse to make building materials. And more what we want to do is to build carbon neutral plants. We have done this in Europe, and we will be very happy to do the same in China, to try to find a disruptive innovation project to make carbon neutral plant also in China, and to support the country to reach carbon neutrality.
Having been doing robotics business here for almost 30 years, Swiss-based ABB now has developed a full value chain of robot services in China, from R&D to production, sales, and engineering. Its biggest robotics factory in the world, an investment that has cost 1 billion yuan, will start operation in Shanghai in the third quarter of the year. The company's development is going hand in hand with the growth of China's manufacturing sector, and it sees extensive prospects nationwide.
The
automobile industry is now distributed in quite a balanced way. In northeast areas Shenyang and Changchun, eastern areas Shanghai, and southern areas Guangzhou and Liuzhou, western areas Chongqing and Chengdu, as well as Wuhan and Changsha in the central region. For the past 20 years, the growth of the electronics sector has been concentrated in the eastern and southern regions. But we've noticed that in recent years, those industries have been showing signs of growing in the southwest and central regions.
The manufacturing giant's latest business expansion plans across China echo the government's plans to attract more foreign investments, especially in the country's central, western, and northeastern regions. Earlier this month, the central government unveiled the draft version of the catalog of encouraged industries for foreign investment, adding 238 more items while expanding up to 114 existing ones. Once formalized, the new list will replace its 2020 version. But experts warn that more improvements are needed to encourage more foreign investments.
Government encourage the foreign investment into go west or go north. It is not a short period policy. It is already lasted for 10 years or more, because the entire China should be balanced, not only on the coastal area, but also on the west areas. But the only thing challenge the foreign investment is the talents. And the other thing is much more important, is the how to make the policy, especially the foreign investment policy, the continuity. For long-term investment purpose, we need to stabilize this kind of treatment towards the foreign investor.
China's actual use of foreign capital during the January to April period expanded more than 26% year-on-year. Zhang Shixuan, ICS for CGTN.